Today, both physically and mentally, it was might be tough losing out on the possibilities with the whole team in like one crash.
Yeah, it was pretty annoying because I think I was in good shape, probably not enough to beat Woodsy. That's why we're trying to get rid of him. But Brandon's been riding really well, and Mark did such a good job all day to set us up to have that opportunity, and to lose it all in one corner, 15 k's from the finish is pretty tough. But luckily enough, I just banged into the barrier a little bit, and luckily enough, Brandon didn't go off a cliff. Essentially, there was some bushes to catch his fall. So yeah.
What was the mood like in the bus and in the hotel? Was there also some relief actually that it didn't go anywhere?
Yeah, probably relief, but mainly frustration. We hit descents way harder than that throughout the stage, and the descent after the Category 2 halfway through the stage, or 70 k's into the stage, was criminal, with gravel all over the road, and there was more grip there, it seemed like, than that one corner. So I don't quite understand. Brandon doesn't understand. Maybe if I had more skills, I wouldn't have followed him through. But it's just disappointing, because we worked really hard together as a team, and it was a perfect opportunity.
Is today another chance?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's pretty boring stage, to be honest. 200 kilometers with the Cat 1 and then the descent finish, and an easy Cat 1 at that. I don't know if anyone wants to bust themselves all day to do one climb at the end, but we'll see what happens.
Lastly, what do you think of Wout van Aert in the climber's jersey?
Good on him. Good on him. Yeah.
Surprised?
Oh, not really. If he's in form, he can do anything, can't he?
Now, Jay, we saw a lot of warning signs, yellow and black arrows on a lot of those corners yesterday, but some not marked. And as you said, give us your take. Why criminal? Because of the gravel? Because some of the turns weren't signaled? Why?
Which descent are you talking about? The one that I think is criminal?
Yeah. Why?
Oh, it was a gravel descent in a road race. That's why.
Just loose gravel on the edges, or?
Yeah. It's just, they took a road that was made 50 years ago. They covered it in new asphalt without resurfacing it, and then they threw gravel all over the inside of corners. I'm sorry, that's not how you resurface a road. Maybe in Afghanistan, but we go down. We don't. A couple of days ago, we were going down great descents, and then in the final, they take us around a lighthouse that's got sand all over the corners with 10 k's to go. I don't understand why keep the race so safe until one point. It's just like an idiot can tell that's not a good idea.
And I don't know, I haven't looked at the mapping, but do you think there's a way for organizers to avoid these roads, or what would you suggest? Not even go out in that area?
Drive the road.
Yeah.
Drive the road. It's the same with the weather protocol. If the commissaires had to do the course with an open top, no air conditioning, I think they might decide it might be a bit too hot or a bit too cold. It's just common sense, I guess. It's not hard. In Australia, you can sue your employee for getting carpal tunnel syndrome from typing on a keyboard because your bloody computer screen wasn't too high. And here it's like, oh, well, that's racing. I don't know.
Yeah, in these times it does seem like cycling is one of those old school sports that still hasn't moved into the future. And Brandon was super bloody up at the top. He said, oh, it's only scratches. But we all know it could have been a lot worse. Were you happy to see him up and moving and everything okay when you were there on the side of the road?
Yeah. Well, after I stopped against the barrier, I looked down and I could see him, and he was sort of moving, and I was like, "You okay?" And he nodded, and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll go get my bike, but my race is done now." But that descent, for example, there's no problems. That's just an accident. But there have been other times that it's like, oh, come on. I really don't know what happened there, to be honest.
With the injury-wise, it's just like normal road rash.
How did you hurt yourself? Where are you hurting?
Mainly the elbow and my knee, my hip, like normal, and like a normal crash, but it is what it is.
What happened?
I don't know. I mean, the descent prior, we were attacking. I felt super good in the corners, and then we entered this one, and my wheel just slid. So it was really strange. Even the guys behind me said they don't know what happened.
You feel almost lucky?
Yeah, super lucky.
Thanks.
Well, you had a pretty decent stage yesterday.
Yesterday was better already. Yeah, exactly. It was for sure really hard, but I found a good rhythm, and I was happy to be up with the guys there and enjoying it. Let's say, yeah.
I guess last year we were getting updates daily on saddle sores. What's the thing you're checking in most on every day? I mean, when you wake up, how you feeling, and what's the biggest concern for you?
Yeah, for sure. I have the problem a little bit with that numb feeling in my legs, and you cannot feel that in front of the stage, or also not when you ride easy. So it's more towards the end, like yesterday was the same, was in the last kilometer that I got it again a bit, but then the rest of the stage was pretty fine, I don't pay too much attention on it, it's not like last year where I have a saddle so I cannot sit on my bike, I just look day by day how I feel, don't think too much about it, and just go, and after Vuelta we will search for solutions.
We remember last year you with that tube of cream in your back pocket. We'll forget about it though now. I guess, taking away from this Vuelta España, what will you take away from it? Because it's been a learning experience, I think, for you.
Yeah, for sure. The whole last year, I think in general, we learn a lot about how my body works and what it needs from training side, from nutrition side, from all those things. And also we see now, maybe the weaknesses where we need to work on. That's only positive toward the future, because it's better to find now those kind of things with numb feeling and those things that we can solve it now. I'm still young, and that when my good years are coming, that we have the perfect recipe, and that all is a bit over, and that we can focus on performance.
And how has it been mentally not being at the place you were last year?
Yeah, it's for sure not easy, but still on the other side, I know what I can push. I know what I did last year, so and the numbers I have. So about that, I'm not too worried about the future or something, or about what I can do. Not at all, actually. It's just it's now a shit period, and we need to go through it. But that's also the sport. That's also cycling. So it's part of the job, and we need to live with that.
And after feeling good yesterday, do you feel like you can obtain something in the last week?
Yeah, for sure. Yesterday was nice. I could follow proper guys in the GC and was not really on my limit from suffering, let's say. That's only positive, and I hope that the evolution goes like that, and then why not jumping in the break in the last week.
And lastly, what do you think about Van Aert wearing both the sprinter's jersey and the mountain jersey?
For me, in my opinion, he needs to wear the polka dots. That green jersey, I don't understand. He's a climber.
Thank you.